Right, welcome to Almost the Podcast, playing a game of Song and Fire.
Wrong. A Song of Ice and Fire. Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire.
Game of Song and Thrones.
Wrong.
Yeah. Game of Song and Thrones. So, a classic matchup.
Lancers versus Starks.
What else could you want?
What else could you want?
Could you imagine who's who? Listeners?
Obvious. Well, the Northern Bastard is Barry.
The Northern Bastard.
Yeah, while the fancy Southerners are me.
Fairy. Fanny. Southern.
We shall see.
Moneybags, Fanny, Southerners.
Hey man, look at my nice school marker. It's very happy.
Look, he's got all the colours. So he's got mouse match shit
so
here.
that stuff's from 2D Terrain Tournament at Song of Ice and Fire. It's a Polish company and they do a set of beautiful stuff.
Beautiful stuff.
I would recommend it.
Did you have to pay any Brexit tax on it?
I had to pay the Polish tax.
Well, Polish tax is alright, it's only VAT, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, so you've got fancy markers, fancy
Kickstarter.
holders.
Yeah.
Fancy
That's
holders.
back to Kickstarter. These are coin, what do they call it? Coin toppers? You put coins in them. Yeah, but they also work for these. And
so people who collect coins.
Yeah. So, and they cost nothing on eBay. Much better.
Everything costs nothing on eBay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you use those to put your little gold markers in, just to be extra fancy. So you should put them in another marker now, another. Anyway, we're not trying to talk too long. So we set up the train. We're playing a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We've got what we've got here. We've got skulls brought by winter, obviously. The wild woods, or what are they called?
Yeah, Lovewoods, Wildwoods.
Yeah, they're brought by me. The start. Weirwoods. Walls.
Mm-hmm.
For him to hide behind, no doubt. What's another little fancy marker here?
Yeah, that's my first. That's the best.
So you got Cersei and Tyrion.
What are we talking list? Do your list first.
Okay, so mine's quite straightforward. We've got Arya with Needle here.
Yeah.
Roderick Castle. The army's led by Rob, Young Wolf. He's in a unit of Stark Sworn Swords. Mm-hmm. Got another unit of Sworn Swords. We've got a unit of Outriders. A unit of Tully. You might have to put that on the mute. Your own ping pong.
Right.
Tully Cavaliers or something like heavier knights. And a unit of bowmen with a warden who gives them overwatch. I find that very useful.
Yeah.
And this is my fourth game. I'm yet to win a game. I'm not sure if you let me win. I can't remember.
I let you win.
Yeah, so I haven't really won a proper game.
That's the art of a good demo game, is you let the other person win.
While teaching them nothing.
While teaching them, yeah.
Teaching them everything wrong
while
letting them win.
Yeah.
The perfect solution, perfect demo game. Right, so Paul's got his list.
So my commander is Jaime Lannister.
Got two names. Is it one hand or two hand Lannister?
Two-hand Lannister. Yeah, so it's Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. He's in a unit of Red Cloaks, who I haven't painted yet. Then I have a unit of Knights of Castle Rock, and they have a Fortune Seller, which is a guy, again, something I haven't painted, and that is a Hedge Knight individual attachment. Then I have the Mountain that rides, and I backed the Kickstarter, and he's not actually available for sale. Outside of that,
so he's not usable then.
He is in our tournament,
but he isn't, is he? In the mad world we live.
Well, he is because there's a card for him.
We're
allowing anything.
Right. Okay.
But in some tournaments, no, he wouldn't be allowed.
In official tournaments, if there is such a thing, he's not allowed.
Then I've got a unit of Lannister Guardsmen with a Guard Captain, again something I need to paint. And then I have a unit of Crossbowmen, and they've got no attachment in them. And my two NCUs are Cersei Lannister and Tyrion Lannister.
Right. So you've put these are your orders for these special, if they have.
That's what it says to do. Yeah.
Okay, I think he might. I don't think I do. I think they've changed, haven't they? Because
they standardised these to have order markers. Yeah.
Right. Because what happened was they released a 1.7 edition of the game, but unfortunately it's not available in the UK. You can see what they are on an app, but you can't get the cards. So I've had to print some cards out, and it's meant some of my things have maybe changed a little bit. Oh no, that's not actually right. That's why. You don't have two orders. Anyway, so I'll put the two orders on there.
Yep.
And we'll try and play as quickly as we can. Obviously, Paul knows the rules. He's played maybe a dozen games or more.
Oh, probably a bit more, yeah. But I've been playing this game for quite a while through its versions. So, and this is 1.7. So we're playing game mode is Game of Thrones. Oh, we need we need objective cards randomly on those ones. There's 5 objectives, and we're just going to deal with the objective cards onto them. Just a sec.
So while he's doing that, the game is played over 6 turns. And I've seen quite often these games played in under an hour on
Hour and a half, yeah, at most.
Yeah, but I've seen them easily under an hour. So
Like
we should be able
you'd
to
have,
bash it
you'd
out.
have hour and a half round time.
Okay. So hopefully we can bash it out relatively quickly.
Yeah, you should do. I mean, like, we'll have a decision before then.
Each army's only about 6 or 7 things, and the turn is like the game is 6 rounds long. So there aren't that many activations in a game.
No, exactly. The first turn's like obviously the approach, etc. It's there's rarely combat on the first turn.
So how far do we deploy in, Paul?
This one is 10. So yeah, for this one, yeah. So you claim that you get on one of the objective tokens, you score a point. If your commander's doing it, you score a point, and there's always victory through conquest, which is killing an enemy unit gets you a point.
And we get to 10.
Yeah, it gets 10 to win because it's 40 points. Yep.
Okay, so how far do we deploy in, sir?
10.
10, right. So
You ran the roll off, you chose that side, so you've got to deploy something.
So I'm going to put Stark, Sworn Swords straight down the middle.
First turn marker. Okay.
I have to see what the audio is like in this room. There's not much. I think there might be quite a lot of reflection.
Can do about it, so I will. Lannister Guardsman there.
Ooh, that's a lot further back than they could be.
That is 10 up, Barry.
Is it?
It's within 10.
Oh.
Yeah. You cheating already?
If I'm not cheating,
No, how you managed it?
I'm not trying. I'm not doing. So we're going to have some. God damn you! We'll have some outriders right on the flank over here.
Yep. I will put Jaime Lannister and his red cloaks right in the middle.
I think last time I put Eddard into him, and I think he killed Eddard. So we will have the cav, the heavy cav through the middle. So we've got 2 cav against 1. Well, you've got that big lump, haven't you? The mountain.
The mountain.
He is a mountain.
We'll have. I'll put the mountain that rides. We'll match them.
We'll have Rob here
Rob Stark.
in his Sworn Swords.
We'll put unit of. I think I'll put a unit of crossbows there actually.
Okay, we'll put our bowman here.
Yep. I'll put my knights there.
Okay, right. So that's the deployment.
I got the first
You got the
activation.
first activation.
Doing my aspect. So I'll explain everything that I do. So Tyrion Lannister, his thing is to give you +1 tactics cards. So I have a hand of size of 4 as a base compared to 3, which is normal. Which is really cool, actually. It's a really good ability.
Because what's 3?
3 gives me an extra card.
All the time.
Yeah.
That's
This is my
good.
nice fancy Lannister stuff.
So we only get 3 cards.
Yeah, because you're a dirty northerner.
Right.
Cool. Just checking out my cards. So I've got the first activation, and I will put Tyrion Lannister will take the money bags for me. I don't need to heal anybody, but the money bags and the crown are very important to me. As attacked the Lannister players, so his card doesn't do anything in this stage because it's a counterplot card. But I take the money bags and I don't need to do anything, and that was my first activation.
Okay, right. We'll keep it simple. I will take the horses.
What does her card do?
Her card does not do what it says here.
Well, what does it actually do?
So she has once per game at the start of an enemy turn,
Yep.
target 1 friendly infantry unit. It performs 1 maneuver or retreat action.
Ooh.
So a little bit of repositioning in
And
response.
what does the other guy? What does the other guy? Oh, the banker, isn't it? He's the banker.
No, he's not. I'll play with the bank.
No. What's the other guy do?
So he has martial expertise. Each time Roderick claims this,
Yep.
target 1 enemy combat unit, they become vulnerable.
Yep.
He gets 2 order tokens.
Yep.
At the start of any turn, you may remove 1 order token,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and remove one order token from a friendly unit, so you can activate it
I
again.
get another. Okay. So he has a way. So she has an additional maneuver, like on play, and he has a way of you getting another order out. What was his first half of his card?
When I claim this, I can make one of your units vulnerable.
Yeah. So a minor thing, and then you get. Okay, cool.
And this one here is because I've claimed this, I can make a free maneuver or retreat.
Is she doing her once per game ability?
No, sir, no. That's any point.
Yeah, it's any point.
It's it. It's not. That's not
Once again,
it.
the start of the round. No, start of the round.
That's not it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't have the cards. It's not only for the cards are
Once again,
available.
the start of an enemy turn. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
She just gets a free. It's only infantry.
Yeah.
So who are we going to send up? Who are we going to call? Ghostbusters. So let's send the bowman up. So it's a free maneuver, isn't it? What's it say there?
free maneuver, which is pivot, move, pivot.
Pivot, move it. But they're not going to pivot. They're going to move. I think they move 5, and they will pivot. So that'll be it.
Yep.
Your turn, sir.
So start of a turn, I will play a Lannister plays his debts. So target one friendly combat unit and attach this card until the end of the game. When a friendly infantry or cavalry unit is destroyed, you place an order token on this card, and while this card has a token, the attached unit's melee attacks gain vicious, -2 to morale checks, and while you control the crowns, you get +1 to hit. That is going to go on my Lannister Red Cloaks.
Okay, that stays permanently.
That's a permanent thing, but it only comes into play if you killed something of mine.
If.
Well,
it's highly likely.
And the other thing to say about it, that's the only Lannister card that is an attachment. That is an attachment.
I don't think I have any.
Well, I only have one. Now, I think an FAQ of the game would be to limit the attachments.
Or they remove at end of turn rather than stay forever.
Because they seem a bit like Night's Watch stacking 6 attachments on like vows seems wrong. Yeah, it seems like that's too strong. Okay, and Cersei Lannister will take the old crowny crown. So one enemy unit must make a panic test. It's going to be the bowman, and I'm going to hit them with a hear me roar as well. You're going to take a morale test at -1, -2. You in short of that?
I don't think so.
No, so take a morale test at -2.
So I think there are 6, so it'll be around an 8.
And take damage.
I'll need a D3 dice. I will get.
Go get a D3 dice.
I've got a D3 dice somewhere. You'd think I'd have it to hand, wouldn't you? Have you got a D3 dice or a different
I've
colour
got one
dice?
for me.
Well, any dice will do. Just as long as not, I'll have to roll it separately.
No.
It's fine. There. So it's 2.
2 + 1, so 3 casualties.
That's how quick they go down. So I lost 3 men for me. Boo-boo. It's my turn, isn't it? So I'm going to grab this one here. Make a friendly attack. Actually, that doesn't do nothing yet. Nothing. How far do those fellas shoot?
Long.
Long, same as me. Right, we'll send some Starks up. Because you've run out of NCUs now, so I can use that later. We'll send these Starks up. 10, isn't it? No, 5. I'll move 5. Because we can't charge. March 10. March 10. And destroy them. Is this a common occurrence with these
No, your fat fingers.
Yeah, of course, yes.
You probably need to magnetise your stuff, Barry.
I probably need to glue it in place, is what the answer is. Right, so that's about 10.
Yeah, and then you can pivot at the end.
I'm not interested in pivot. Straight will do. There we go. So that's little Flagaruno.
These guys will march.
What do they get for being on that?
Well, they can't. It doesn't. You don't score until the second player's second. So the second turn.
Okay, so we will march and pivot with old Robbie. I might just stand in the wood actually.
All right. Markham is activated. 3 to my 4. They're not intimidated by anything on that table, so they don't get off the table.
Cool, so.
I'll get to that. One, two. Yours.
So a manoeuvre is just a minimal one, 3. Yeah, a manoeuvre is just a move, like.
You
pivot.
have these.
I know.
Look at it.
Yes, but you're here.
Look, I'm gonna. Yeah, you can
I've
look
got
at this
one.
one for the game, can't you?
I've got one. But that would involve reading.
You don't have. Look, you don't have one to hand, do
I
you?
do. It's here somewhere in my pile of never-ending rubbish. So I'm
Look,
going
it's on that play sheet, Barry. You just picked it up.
Well, yeah, I've got it
Like,
all.
pick that up and look at it.
So these outriders are going to move. They're 6, so it's 12.
Yeah.
Which is the full range of the ruler.
Well, it's like that. So they get a free cavalry maneuver,
which is 6.
which is 6. So you move, pivot, and then you decide what you want to do.
So they will pre-measure.
Yes.
So this has got range of about here. So we'll go to here.
There you go.
That's it. They've activated.
Now, the mountain that rides gets. He's only movement 4, so he gets the free cavalry mover, and then he goes. So he will. Yeah, he's going to go 4 to there, and then he's going to get alongside this guy here. That will be very handy. And we are. Yeah, that's cool. He's activated.
So, are these got special armour?
What?
These fellas.
Special armour.
Special, like 3-up armour.
They got 4 of them.
Oh,
They got plate mail, as good as it gets.
well, unless you're playing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure Eric's pikeys, fish pikeys, had 1-up armour.
I don't know if a 1 is always a
It is.
fail, but he's probably got a way to stack it to it. As
No, it's a 1-up armour. He started at 5-up, and then they would, because of these
the
loot
pillage
tokens.
tokens.
Yeah, so, oh my God almighty. Right, so, you can move and shoot, can't you?
You shift 2 inches.
Right, okay, that's what.
Again, it's right there in front of you.
Right there, so I am going to use a swift reposition. So this can I can shift 2, but if I control horsey, I can move 3.
There you go.
So that's a twist, and move 3.
Shift is no, it's not a maneuver. It's not a pivot first.
Maneuver.
But what does it say?
Maneuver action.
Right. Okay.
That is a maneuver.
Then yes, you're just reading it wrong.
No, I said if I have the horsey.
yeah, you said shift.
No, that's if I don't have the horsey. So I have the horsey, so I can now maneuver.
Yeah, and then you can pivot again.
I just need to try and get within. Where do we measure from?
The center, your line, your arrow.
All right. So then they can do the
They're going to activate
now.
Yeah. So that is the
2-inch shift.
2-inch shift. Yeah.
So they can just go forward.
Yeah.
And then we're within range.
Have a go. Yeah.
Have a go, sir.
Mhm.
So I will now roll, because these guys are relatively good. They are 7 dice on 3-up.
Mhm.
6.
Are we rolling on camera or what are we doing?
Well, everything on the table's on camera. But it'd
Everything.
be better if you rolled on the table.
Okay, I'll stick that there. 6 saves. Saves are 4+. 1 dies. I take a panic test. My morale is improved by 1 because of that. So my morale goes from 6 to 5. Pass that too.
Okie dokie. So they are now
Mine was
activated.
activated.
sir.
Okay. These cavalry will free cavalry maneuver of 5 because they're speed 5, and they are going to end themselves within 11 inches of the both those units. And there's quite a reason I do that. And they have activated.
A move that gives you 6, I guess. What armour the knight's got?
3.
Okie dokie. So I will. Oh, hang on.
I've got some special shenaniganry. The Cromagman Warden, after an enemy march or manoeuvre action in long range and line of sight, can perform one ranged attack on that enemy.
You can shoot me. Yep.
So
So you put an
that's my
order
order.
token down. Yep. So that's 4 hits.
4 hits.
4 saves, 3 plus. Save, they will order Lannister supremacy. Take a morale check at -2, -3, +1. So -2. Take an additional 2 casualties.
3 casualties.
No, yeah, well, an additional 2.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's Lannister supremacy.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
So that's a morale when they're attacked, because they're so damn good. Then the enemy gets intimidated.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an order, so once when I've got the order.
Did you put the order on?
Yes,
Yeah,
because
okay.
I
Cool.
play cleanly.
Well,
Unlike
it's all
you.
right. You've got to know the rules to play cleanly. Right, so I'm going to make. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. The moment I'm getting chewed up here. I'm going to get this guy to jump here.
Yeah.
He's going to make you vulnerable.
So vulnerable is the shields.
And that's every time I shoot them.
No, it's because they've done that order.
They're under order.
Yeah. So, vulnerable on who?
These guys, because these.
I think I will play Intrigue and Subterfuge. When the enemy NCU activates, they lose all abilities until the end of the round. If you control the bags, target one enemy unit, they become weakened. So what happens first is you go there, and this thing happens.
Well, this happens first.
No, because I've cancelled.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, so they're going to shoot the fellows here.
The guardsmen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 ranks.
So it's less dice, and I think it goes to 4 or no 7. It's still 7.
Still 7.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? 7 on 3s.
Yep.
And that is 4.
4 hits. 4 saves, 4 plus. They then take a morale test at +1, so 5. Pass.
Okay.
And then I blanked his card for the turn. So because I control the bags, one enemy combat unit, they become weakened, and weakened is the swords. Those bowmen are shooting me quite a bit, so they will become weakened. Put the swords token on them.
And that stays there until I get rid of it.
Yeah, today, you know.
The swords. Broken sword.
Broken swords. Yeah.
I'll put them in the back rank here. There's plenty of room, isn't there? We can have this on here as well, though.
That was your activation. So my final activation is these guys who will get with it. They will march to there, so they're in long range of these guys.
And that should leave me with an activation.
Yep.
The interesting bit with this game is the beginning of the round. Do you grab the stuff on the board that's really important, or do you get into the fighting?
Yeah.
That's the nice tension about it. These are both. They like the fighting, don't they? These stuff. So my maximum threat range is 18, isn't it?
How fast?
Oh, they're
they
5,
go?
aren't they? So 5, 10, 15. So you can do a little pivot shenaniganry.
Yeah. Cavalry quite manoeuvrable.
So they move 5, just here.
So then you decide what they're going to do.
And then I think it's out of, so even if we pivot, I'm not going to do it, but even if they pivot here, we can't get within 10.
Oh, he's -1 to hit. Should have that last shot. Re-roll it.
What do you mean re-roll it? Can't do that now?
Yeah,
Get on
go
with it.
back, re-roll it.
Get on with it.
Go re-roll it.
Your rules, your problem.
Re-roll it.
It's not going to make any difference to the game outcome. Carry on, sir. It's not going to matter.
Roll your 7 dice again. You haven't changed anything. And -1 to hit because of Jamie Lannister. So.
But they've been shot twice.
Well, yeah. Well, I can't go back and.
What do you call
Re-roll
it?
again.
I'll be
Re-roll
on
again.
both lots then.
You're not hitting on 3s. You're hitting on 4s.
I'll do both lots. Because we've shot twice.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So what? I'm up 4. So the first volley is 4s to hit.
So that is 4.
4. Say the 4 plus 2 die.
And the second volley is 4 to hit. And that's 4.
2 die. Yeah, I've got an extra die.
Hurrah! Huzzah!
Got to play prep correctly.
Well, you just went back in time.
Yeah,
If you-
sort it out.
If you were playing Magic, they wouldn't allow you to go back.
Well, we're not playing Magic, are
It's
we?
both
You
players'
can-
responsibility, actually. It's not even your fault, it's both our faults for not playing properly.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the rules, so it's pretty hard. So 5. I don't really need to go any nearer than that. They're all going to charge anyway, aren't they, next turn? So everybody comes back.
Yes.
That was the quick turn. Right, draw back up to your hand.
So, you've got the first player activation. Okay, draw 3.
Right, so I'm on first turn. So the tension is, do you do something first, like take one of these things, or do you try and attack? Because it's important for me to get these, it's important for Paul to get these. So maybe I will. Are these always going to be -1 to hit?
Yeah, straight answer.
Straight lines to mate. That's what he does. They're going to get run down in a second, probably. So I am going to get Roderick to jump on the free attack. I'm going to use one of his things.
Yep.
Oh no, sorry, they become vulnerable.
No, yeah, I blanked that last time.
It's back now.
Yeah,
It doesn't
so
blank forever.
first thing to happen is, Barry, is that comes on,
Yeah.
and you do that first.
What's
Then
that?
you do the
Oh, okay. What?
that isn't the card, is it? You're reading the rules that aren't the rules.
Oh shit. That's right. Right, each time.
Why don't we just do this? Because then you will stop reading. Oh, no, that's no good. You blanked it the other side.
So each time he claims this.
Yeah. So
he's claimed that.
yeah, he's claimed that, but you do that first. The zone you've claimed.
Target one, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I target them after I've done the attack?
No, each time they become okay. Right. Fair enough.
So they become vulnerable. And then he's got. Yeah, okay.
So you're making the red cloaks vulnerable.
Yeah, and I get a free attack.
Yeah. And who's doing that?
Bowman.
Right. So you can hit on 4s because of Jamie Lannister.
Yeah.
So I will
Fine.
spend the weakened token. Spend that,
This one.
and you can reroll the hits.
Okay.
1.
1.
1 died.
I won't bother making re-roll the 1.
Morale 5. Pass.
So you got the vulnerable token on them.
Yes.
Good. So I've got one of the 2 I need. The order comes off here now. Come on, champ.
Tyrion will. Tyrion will take the bags, and I will heal 3 back for my red cloaks, and I'll take the vulnerable off.
It's good. The bags are good. We don't care about money though, unfortunately, for the Starkos. So I am going to put Arya on the horses. And I'm going to take a free retreat action on the bowman.
Cool.
So that is D6 plus 5, I think.
Is it retreat? Is just regular move, isn't it? Retreat, yeah. Move speed plus d6. But you just speed, so yeah.
So I move 6.
And then you can pivot at the end.
I need to try and find some way to heal them. We don't really have a lot of healing or Starkos. And that's it.
Okay, so Cersei Lannister will take the bags, so the crown. She is going to spend one of her order tokens, and I can get both. Get both a Hear Me Roar and a Subjugation of Power. So, and she's going to spend Hear Me Roar. So I think I'll just take a Subjugation of Power out of my deck because I can't have more. I can't have more cards than my hand size.
You can.
What?
I think it's
I'm
the
limited to
maximum.
4.
No, you can go to 5. And you don't have to discard at end of turn either.
You don't have to discard
No.
that turn.
You
sure?
just can't draw.
Ah, okay.
See, I've been playing with people who actually read rulebooks.
Oh, okay.
So that helps.
Then I'll also take then Hear Me Roar. Hear Me Roar.
Okay.
Which that comes back into my hand. Oh, that makes it even better.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
So I can't. Oh, okay. So I can't draw more cards if I'm over my hand size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at your hand size. You have to be below. But you can hold up to 5 cards.
So the bowman will take a test at -2. I don't think they're insured of the corpse piles, are they?
That's 2 more.
Another casualty. So for that. So whatever your casualty is +1.
Oh no, the bowmen are dying to the panic. Okay. But no way of healing them either.
And that was her activation.
Okay, so the interesting bit is how, even though it's tempting to just get stuck in a fight, you kind of don't. You kind of always be worrying and worrying more about positioning than you are about. So we can go over this, but you get disordered.
The keywords.
I think you go over this and you get disordered on a 1 or a 2 or something.
Yeah, it's -1 speed as well.
Is it?
Yeah. So a corpse pile has hindering and horrific. Hindering is you just don't get charge bonus. And horrific is
Any charge bonus?
yeah, moves through and you don't get the charge bonus. And horrific is it's -1 from our tests.
Okay, so we probably need to send in these Starks into here. And then there's going to be flanks everywhere, isn't there? Flank. So I'm going to send in, because we've used everything there. So, everything. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to charge with these fellas into Jamie Lannister's fellas.
Speed distance between us?
That's not much. I've just got speed 6, I think.
You speed 6. Not likely.
Speed 5, maybe? It can't be lower.
Is it
than
over
5.
6?
Yes, so,
So
it's 2.
a 1 is going to fail.
Yeah, 5. Right, so a 1 is going to fail. Any cards?
Okay, so where do you want to form up on me?
I'll form left.
Moving moves.
Okay, and I'm going to play a card. So enemy successfully charged becomes panicked and vulnerable.
Whoa. Panicked and...
We like the fight.
Panicked and vulnerable. Yeah.
Right. Now, I need to get up the start doobies on here because for some reason I've not got them in this list that I printed out. Stark Sworn Swords. So, 7 dice, hitting on 4s, re-rolling.
Not hit on 5s.
It's always on, yeah?
Yeah, -1 to hit.
From what?
Jamie
From
Lannister.
Jamie. Just because, you know, he's so
Because
gold.
Jamie.
He's so bright. Everything's so bright and shiny. So Stark Fury allows me to take some damage in order to hurt you more. Critical blows and sundering. Sundering reduces armour.
Yeah.
Critical blows are...
Critical blows is
6 is count for 2.
6 is 2 hits.
Okay, so I'm suffering 2 wounds at the end. So I've got 7, hitting on 5, re-rolling.
Yeah.
2 6s is pretty good. That's 4 wounds.
So how many misses you got?
4.
Take 4 hits.
From...
Jamie Lannister.
Is that an order or something?
No, that's a passive ability. Counter strike.
Well, that's pretty impressive, isn't it?
No, you could take saves.
Okay, so they are 4 of us?
Yeah. So drop 2 guys.
And we're going to drop 2 more in a minute. Okay, so you take 5 wounds and at -1.
Yep.
And I can choose to re-roll, I guess.
1 pass.
Well, I'm not going to make you re-roll 1. And then a panic with a panic. Potentially, I can make you re-roll with the panic.
Jamie, I will play the Kingslayer's Renown. I'll pass the test.
Okie doke. So they've activated that.
And they lose guys for...
They lose. It's changed now. After it's just -1 for each of its destroyed ranks. Okie doke. I need to find some healing. I think that guy, the banker, would be a very good idea.
Because he can grab one of the things I actually need and do at least some healing at some point. Although we've already got 2 units pretty trolleyed up.
Okay, Gregor's unit, sorry, the mountain that rides will activate. He's going to do a free cavalry manoeuvre of 4 inches, and he's going to charge them.
Okay, let me have a look, see what we can do. So it's these ones, right? If the enemy charges unit in the front, you're not charging in the front. Okay, no, it's fine, nothing.
So I get in, I'm not disrupted, and I'll be there.
Okay.
So I've got my 3 attacks. That's the wrong way around that card for a start. 3 attacks hitting on 3s.
And re-roll.
Take 3 casualties.
No wounds, no. Look at that.
Take a morale test at -1 for him, -1 for the flank, +1, so -1. I'll be a pass, won't it?
You don't, so.
And that's him done.
Okay, right. So we got a flank and probably a rear on him potentially. So let's send in the. I haven't used the Tully cavalry because I only got them recently. So it'll be going in on anything but 1, I reckon, because you get a manoeuvre. You only have to put it at just over 5, don't you? Okay, so we'll do that with
They're activating. I'm going to play Subjugation of Power.
Is that a card that's going to do something to me?
When the enemy performs, when an enemy combat unit activates, have they activated? Are they activating?
I'm just trying to read this. This one here. Oh yeah, so I have to be I have to actually successfully charge for the. So it says here, enemy successfully charged by the. I cannot use text. Yeah, yes, they're
So take a morale test at -4 because I control both the bags and the crown.
Right, so they got +1.
Yeah, and then -4
for themselves.
Yeah.
And +1 for him.
You only get that once.
No, they got +1.
Oh, they get +1 for themselves. What's their morale?
They're like a running, walking banner. So they are 6+.
So
8+.
yeah.
Which you say is -2.
There's no casualties, so don't roll the casualty dice.
1, 2.
Yeah. They lose all keyword. They lose all their abilities and they can't have tactics cards played on them.
Right, but they're still cavalry with 6 attacks hitting on 3s.
Yes.
In the flank.
Yes.
Okay, well that's what they are. So let's move.
So you do your free cavalry maneuver.
Put it to more than 5.
Yeah, and you get in. Do your attacks.
Okay, right, so they have 6 attacks hitting on 3s, re-rolling method.
Hang on, that's an ability. Is re-roll, so you don't get re-roll the hits because I have Subjugation of Power.
Is it not just part of
That's
the charge?
That's an ability. You gain the ability to re-roll. So you've got 5 hits on me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got saves of 2+. Saved.
And got a vulnerable on him. Oh, it's not 2+, it's in the flank.
That's an ability. I've cancelled the ability.
I'm not sure that is an ability.
I've cancelled the ability.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
listen, I think you might need to know the rules slightly better than this because I'm pretty sure that's part of being flanked.
So I either took 1 casualty, I either took 1 wound or I didn't. But I think being flanking is an ability, which I've switched off.
I don't think so. But we'll play it whichever way you want because you're
you're
the dominant. So, interwebs of tubes. If Paul's, he's nothing.
Mark them as activated.
Yes, sir, they have activated.
It wouldn't have made much difference. I got 4 wounds.
25% of the damage plus a panic test.
Well, I passed that because my morale's like, look.
Well, you got to roll it.
I rolled the morale test and I actually failed it.
That's a wound.
They can have a wound.
So that's 2 wounds.
Well, that's a question for later, isn't it?
Well, I don't think it is. I don't think it changes game mechanics. I think it might change keywords.
Right. Anyway, enough of your crap.
Okay.
So.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
You're not cheating, you're not trying. Jaime Lannister's unit will activate. So because I own the crown, and they're going to do Lannister Justice. When you control the crown, before the unit performs an action and resolving an action, one enemy in long range suffers a panic test with -1 for each rank. So they are going to take a panic test at -2.
So they got +2 from this and this.
From the Tullies.
The Tullies are like a banner.
Oh, right.
A morale
Yeah,
banner.
yeah. So
just straight test.
so casualties.
Oh yes, because that is under
At
3.
+2 casualties.
So dead.
Yeah.
Because dead is a 3 and they've only got 5.
Before resolving that action. So I got score a point for victory through conquest. My action is he gets to turn.
How did he get to do that?
Because he's no longer
He wasn't in that.
he hasn't activated. He hasn't activated yet. Yeah, but when he activates,
activated.
when he next activates, he'll get to turn onto them.
He's still in combat, don't they?
What are they going to do? I guess they're going to back up to heal for a bit. Yeah, they'll manoeuvre just back to there.
So what does Rob
Probably
bring?
be within 5 inches of that.
You'd think he'd have some ability, wouldn't you?
Do you have to just touch them, these objectives, or do you have to be fully over?
Let's have a look.
Didn't even need to swing my sword. Just
Didn't
like
he need-
just scare them off that way.
Oh, that's bad news. After a unit regroups,
Yeah.
they get 2 wounds plus 1 wound for each destroyed rank. That was the healing thing I said would be very useful. Because they retreated, so they would have healed 4.
Entirely overlap.
So I'll just put those 4 bowmen back in.
What? What are you talking about?
After a completed retreat action,
who's this?
Oh, this unit's only his unit.
Yeah.
God
What are you
damn.
talking about?
That would be good, wouldn't it?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Get in there. So he can regroup, he can retreat, and
Yeah.
I don't know why he would retreat, but maybe he can do it with a card.
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's it. They didn't even need to muddy their blades with your. They just basically went boom,
Boom.
and your guys ran off.
Right, so these are reasonable cab or not reasonable cab or
8-point cap.
oh, that's pretty good. 8-point cab's about as good as it gets. So that's out of range there. That's probably just extreme range. So it's probably the bowman, isn't it? If we can get some shenaniganry to move them. No, nothing there. Nothing on the board. Goddamn mountain. Goddamn him. So
Yeah, he blocked that quite nicely, actually.
we can probably get the mountain with a. So what? How does line of sight work for a charge?
We can't see him at the moment.
Because he's on the wrong
yeah.
side. Not winging the front, so it can only be there. What does the wall do?
That wall does destructible, fortified, hindering. Destructible means you can get rid of it with a melee attack. Fortified. Fortified is if you move or end your terrain piece during a charge, I gain +1 to defense rolls.
Okay, right. I've got something to do.
And hindering is -1 speed.
I've got something to do. I can order.
Oh no, sorry, you don't get the charge bonus. There's no -1 speed. Hindering is you don't get the charge bonus. No.
What was that?
Quite hard to hit me off over that.
So we don't really want to give you the flank there. So, well, we only have 4 units left, so something's got to go. I guess it's the bowmen. They're just going to shift. I don't think there's anything in range, but they're going to shift. That thing.
Right, Markham's activated. Let's see.
Right. I'm going to use Rob's order,
Oh, here we go.
and he is going to give this unit a 3-inch shift.
When does it say to trigger the order?
Start of enemy turn.
Okay, yeah, so start of my turn, do that.
So 3-inch shift is just moved back.
And you can't shift that at combat.
Can you not?
No. That's a retreat.
3-inch shift. Well, it can only be him then, so he will shift 3 forward. Unless he's ordered done.
Dear, I want to give my flank to one. Okay, so these guys are going to have to block that move. So they are going to make a manoeuvre, which is to go like that, and then they'll go 5 inches forward, which is to like that, and then they will manoeuvre like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give you my flank.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I guess we've got a charge, haven't we, really? Okay, right. I will charge here.
So they're activating within long range of Jamie Lannister's unit. They will become panicked. Oh, sorry. Every time there's one panic test, they gave it an error, so they become panicked. I'm gonna fail. Go on, have a go. What's their panic? What's their morale?
Well, you'd expect it to be reasonable, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
So they're going to be a 6, but plus 2, so 4.
So no, there's no cash. Oh no, they take a panic test, so that includes casualties. Yeah. Yeah, fine.
So they get to charge on anything but a 1.
Well, no, they still charge. It's just where it's disrupted.
So crunch.
Mm-hmm.
They'll take the casualties at the end of the turn. So we've got 7 dice on. 7 dice on. Let's see here.
Falls.
Falls. Yeah.
So reroll your misses.
So
5.
No, it's 9.
Oh, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got saves of 3 plus. No sundering.
3 plus?
Yeah.
How come Jamie's not in there?
Because they reckless can fight. All right. So no sundering.
What do you mean sundering? I don't think.
No
I've got it.
negative.
I don't believe so.
Right. So 3. 1 casualty. Then I'll take a morale test. My morale is 7, captain to 6, scenery to 5. They pass and they will order Lannister supremacy. Take a check at -3.
So plus -1 then, I guess.
Yeah.
They fail.
Take extra 3 casualties.
Oh my god!
You sure it's a fail? What's their morale?
6.
Yeah, it's a fail then.
Oh my god.
take an extra 3 casualties.
6 casualties.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not very good.
Now
news.
take 2 for fighting me. For killing your own
Yeah.
men.
Oh no, it's 1 now because we've already got too many casualties on.
Well, that order is after you've attacked me.
It's at the end.
At the end.
attack. So I lose 2 minus 1. So if you've only got 1 rank left, you don't lose any. Well, that's not great. And was that an order for them to do the? I can't.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so that's Mark. They've gone.
Me.
I mean, we're not supposed to be playing a scenario, but I don't tend to worry about scenarios when I'm learning a game. The scenario bit we can learn later. I don't think it's going to go beyond turn 3.
Not quite in range, am I? Need another. I want to see if these crossbowmen are in range of
It'd
the
be
cavalry.
14, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's 14, which they are not. So.
Good plan, man.
I'm being out-threatened there. It would be quite fun to ride your bowmen down with my own cavalry.
Do it then. There's only 3 bowmen
But I can't get to them this turn.
with the cavalry.
Yeah, that's too far. That's too far for them. I don't do charges I can't make. Again, I can't guarantee.
Oh.
So, okay, this unit is going to manoeuvre, 3 cavalry, 5 to there, and they're going to charge them in the flank.
Let me check on the oval one under there. I don't think it works against charges, but it might do on the free manoeuvre. After enemy into march or manoeuvre action.
That is a manoeuvre action.
So they get to shoot them in the flank.
Yeah, go.
It's only going to be 4 dice, hit on 3s. But it might sting them.
3 hits.
But it's at -1
Yes, because you've hit me
in the flank, and the panic's at -1 as well.
Yeah, so armour to 4, 1 casualty. I take a morale test. My morale is 6, 5, back to 6. I pass. Every time I pass a morale test, I restore a wound. And I'll order Lannister supremacy. Take a check at -2.
Okay, whenever you charge action, it's a friendly one.
And you're in range of that corpse bar as well. So Take a check.
They'll be dead.
Take a check at -3.
And how many are we losing?
Extra 2 casualties.
I just need to fail.
Yeah, scoop them off.
Okie dokie.
Don't dare shoot me.
Don't dare do anything like sharks. Just
charge it. Oh, I disorderly charged.
Okay, well that's one small mercy.
Okay, there.
Well, when enemy charge in the front.
So automatic hits.
So when an enemy charge before resolving that. So I play this card. If the enemy they become on the charge, if they suffer disorderly charge, they become vulnerable. So I'll just play it to make them vulnerable. It doesn't do anything else because they didn't charge in the front.
What? What's this? Sorry,
So
Barry, that's mumbling northern
charge in the
words.
front,
Use your words, Barry.
If you charge in the front,
I didn't.
correct.
Yeah.
You become disordered on a roll of 3 or less
Yes.
on the charge.
Okay.
If they suffer disorderly charge, which you have, not by that roll, but you have.
When does it say to play?
Charge action.
Before.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you played it before I rolled the dice.
If you want.
Yeah, but that's the right way to
Well,
do
you
it.
didn't give me a chance to play.
Yeah. Well, you didn't interrupt me.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Okay. So what am I? Vulnerable.
Just vulnerable. It doesn't make any difference until you get attacked.
Okay. So I've got 2 automatic hits for my charging, and then 1, 2, 3.
Automatic hits.
5,
What are
6.
these things? What's this witchcraft?
Hitting on 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you want me to reroll that?
Are you weakened? Why would I want you to reroll?
Oh no, it's vulnerable, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
So take 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 saves at -2.
My -2.
Sundering and flanked.
Okay. So 7 saves at -2. We have that's a 4, isn't it? So a dude and a
put a
wound.
wound down, and then you take a test at -1.
So +1. And that's luckily that should be +1. It can't be less than 6.
So I've got -1 for the flank. Oh, but then you've got +2, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's your morale?
6.
Yes, it passed.
Okie doke.
And then they've activated.
Right, go off, boy. So we've got not exactly a lot left to do. So we've got these guys in the rear here, and if they don't do enough, then I really can't see a way out for what's left of the Stark army. So they get free manoeuvre.
Yes.
And this is apparently what they do, like flanks and rears.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't control that cavalry, we can make us automatically. I can re-roll the dice, so I'll play that. I'll just roll 2. There we go.
Oh.
Right, so now these fellas have enemies become panicked and weakened. So you're now panicked and weakened.
I'm already weakened. Oh, but well, panicked and weakened. Look, I've got all the keywords.
Well, we've got to do some. I think we only hit on 4s. Re-rolling.
So hang on, you've got that corpse pile, haven't you?
Wow.
So
I didn't even need to go through the corpse pile because I had a free manoeuvre. Just I went round the corpse pile.
hang on, you're going through the corpse pile.
I didn't go
haven't
through
you?
the corpse. Come on, give me one charge.
You wouldn't get charge bonuses.
Come on, give me one charge before I die.
So you get to re-roll your misses.
Thank God, because only 2 hits.
Yeah. So 2 hit. Saves at -2 for being reared.
Yeah.
So the 5+, 2 casualties.
Yeah, damn.
Then I take a morale test at -2 +1.
Yep.
-1. My morale is 6, goes to 7. I pass and I heal a wound.
Excellent.
Oh, hang on. Do you want me to re-roll something here?
You can read on everything, yeah.
All of it?
Well, the one you failed, you passed.
No. Like you choose the dice, Barry.
For this is the panic test, isn't it? So the 6.
We want me to re-roll 6. So I fail. I take another 2 casualties. I had 2 on me, so that means I lose a knight.
Way, kill the knight. We killed the knight. Well, that's it.
Me.
I'm out of activations. Just going to draw my cards for next turn.
These will shift,
Oh, I can do my.
and they'll shoot them in the flank.
So I'm gonna before you move, I'm gonna make my eye once a game.
Oh, hang on. So they haven't
move.
activated yet.
No.
I think she gets once a game to make a free maneuver or retreat action.
Yeah.
I can't do that out of combat though, can I?
Yeah, that's how you do a retreat action.
Okay, so I'm going to do it here because he's going to gain some extra stuff out of that.
Okay.
So you gain some
So
men
that's-
back.
So that's spent your once per game. So mark that it's spent.
I'll just turn over.
Yep.
And then they get d6 plus 5
Yep.
or something, so 8.
8.
And then they'll get some men back.
Mhm.
I think he brings back 4.
You think? Or what's the rules say?
I just told you what I think the rules are. You 2 plus 1 per broken rank. 2 plus 1. Oh, it's not a destroyed rank, so it's 3. That's not destroyed. So we're back to 2.
Well done.
Right, that's you.
Right, okay, so they're going to shift forward and shoot them in the flank.
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 4s. 4 saves at -2, because sundering and flank.
Sundering's good. So 2.
That saves with 3 plus. Really?
Yeah. 8 points. Usually.
The Stark Outriders.
No. Oh, the start. No, the other ones. Yeah, so no. 3.
3 casualties.
Dead man. Dead man.
Say, test at -1, -2, +1. No, -1.
Plus 2, probably.
Oh, so say, morale check.
Yeah,
What's
6.
that? What is that
It's
morale?
got to be 6, and come
Are
on.
you looking at the right unit?
Yeah, 6.
Are you sure you're looking at the right
Yes,
unit?
sir.
Right, okay.
6.
I then have to take a morale test because I fired into combat. My morale is 6 basic and then +1 for that. So 5. Pass, and I heal a wound.
Excellent. So I can do
And that
some.
heal a wound comes from my fortune seeker.
Of course it does. Of course it does. So at the start of any turn. So I'm going to take one of these off.
Hang on, what are you doing now?
I'm taking an order token off.
But at the start of a turn.
This is not the start of a turn.
It's not the start of a turn.
What's the turn then?
Well, I finished my turn, so now it's your turn to activate. Have you got anything to activate?
Yeah, this guy. He's going to take one of these off.
Your NCU,
Yeah.
but he's already activated.
No, he's
on the board.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It says at the start of any turn.
Yeah, but your turn.
Like
is
Iron
triggered.
Stark did.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's happened at the start of my turn, didn't
Yeah,
it?
so this is the start of my turn. So
Well, no, it's now a new round, isn't it? So I've got the first activation. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you can't do it at the end of turn.
So I don't get a turn now.
Well, no, because you haven't got. Have you got anything to activate?
Well, just him.
No, but he's already activated. He's on the board,
Okay,
Barry.
right, okay. Yeah,
Right.
well, I don't have anything on the board to activate,
Right,
but
so-
you still have stuff to activate.
No, I'm done. I'm activated.
Because you went first.
Because because you've casualties and extra. So that's the end of the game turn, end of the round.
Okay.
There's no one who's scoring any objectives yet, because you have to be completely over.
Okay.
So they disappear.
I'll bring up the orders.
They go back to you. Comes to me. That goes to me. And disappear. So now it's I start on turn 3,
Yeah.
and you can do that.
Well, I
Start.
can't because there's no order tokens, but fine. Yes, I could if it was available.
Yeah. Okay. So what am I going to do first? Cards. Let's have a look. That's good. Draw these 2. They're actually quite brave, aren't they? Those bloody Tully Cav.
Yeah, well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do hope so. Right. So they're giving out a +1 in short range.
Yeah, including themselves.
What a spiky meatball.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. I think the mountain that rides will activate. Right, that's when you failed. If you fail. Okay, the mountain that ride activates. He's going to turn on to what's fighting him and swings.
Okay.
So it's 3 attacks, 3 wounds.
Okay. Take a man off.
Yep.
Not the mana.
and take a morale test at -1, but then +1,
Two.
+2.
So +1.
Pass.
Okie dokie. Now, do we be brave and take the? I think we probably do. We're going to take the money bags.
That's my position.
Just 'cause I need the wounds back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a man back here
Yeah.
and remove a condition that they don't have.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Okay, back to me. I wanted the money bags.
Yeah, well, we should have gone for it.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Cersei will take the money bags. Crowns. She will spend a token to get a Hear Me Roar out of the deck.
How many do you have in there?
2. Drawn them as well.
Oh, you can take out your discards as well.
yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And she'll play it on these guys. You take a test at -1, -2, -3.
So +2. +2.
Plus
So it's -1.
Yeah.
So they passed.
Oh, what a shame. Okay.
Definitely wouldn't want to leave home without these Tully Knights.
Yeah, what a shame.
What a shame.
She's activated.
So we're still in the back there, aren't we? So if we take this, we can get a free Bowman. Right. So if we jump on, it's either a free attack or a free move. Attack's not really that useful. Okay, we'll take the attack though, and try and hit these guys in the rear. So there'll be no re-rolls.
7 dice?
6 dice, hitting on 4s, no re-rolls. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, but you get vulnerable because I took that one again.
I've already got it. I already am vulnerable.
Oh, so I'll make somebody else vulnerable. I'll make who's
Is it
not
only,
vulnerable.
Is it only melee? Or is it?
No, just take each time he claims that.
So
I'll make
shields. They're vulnerable. They're vulnerable.
the mountain.
Mountain. Okay.
He's likely to pass. I would have thought.
4 hits.
-2.
-6 says 5. 3 die. Then I take a morale test at -2 +1, so
Oh, hang on. Is it only when you charge? They'll make you. Charge.
So -2 for the rear, but +1. Morale is 6 goes to 7. Pass, and I'll heal a wound.
Good.
Which means I've got 2 wounds, marking them, and back goes a 9.
Okay, that's your turn, sir.
Cards or maneuver?
It's still only 1-0, halfway through the game. I don't know how long we've been playing.
Powers of panic, okay, so I'll do these crossbowmen who I'm tempted to shoot into those cavalry, but
We're not going to do anything else unless they're charging.
yeah, but it's like they're not scoring this either. They need a manoeuvre to score that thing. I think they will, rather than do casualties, I think they will take that position. So they're going to manoeuvre, which is here.
And now they start scoring 1 a turn at the end of turn or something.
Yeah, that's a better position.
And they get some kind of bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. And here nobody's got this yet because
No, you have to be fully over it.
Okay. So now I have to decide who I'm gonna. So how does the manoeuvre? That's probably in the front, isn't it? So if we put this in, so I can just check this out. So he would manoeuvre like this.
Yep.
And then probably slid in the
So
front.
my front, so it's guard, it's blocked.
Yeah, because they're going to go. So they got to go into there again, haven't they? Okay. So let's do that. Let's see, I've got some cards that power up my charges. so I can re-roll the charge distance. So I'll put it up.
Well, how far have you got to go?
Oh, so we measure here. So we have to got 9.
9. So what's their speed?
Speed is 5.
So you need a 4 to get in.
Yeah. So I move 5. Need 4 on 2 dice. Nope. So I just move 2.
Move 2 and you take a panic test.
Plus 2. So it's okay.
Okay, and they've activated.
So we'll put this on here.
That's a bit of luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with the 2 dice. But
Yeah.
it's gone.
Well, our guardsmen don't really do melee, but I guess they are going to have to go do melee.
Well, look at brave Sir Jamie at the back there.
Yeah, yeah, but he's keeping him. I've learned to keep my commander alive, so through long games. So he's going to charge there.
Okay,
So they get in. Oh, they disorderly charge. Ah. Do I go flush? Oh, that gets all those keywords as well.
And then you go.
I can't even fit there. No, it's going to be flush. So, okay, 1, 2. So my guardsmen have a mighty 6 attacks. This is not really what they do. They hit on 4s. Oh, just like that. 5 hits.
They're not weakened or anything.
Yeah, normal save.
Okay. So it looks like 3.
Take a morale test.
The morale test is plus 2.
Yeah. You're not going to fail morale now. Like, not with that double buff going on.
Okie dokie. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna use this to take this off, and I'm gonna put this on and attack.
What happened there, Barry? You didn't explain anything.
I told you
about
that's what you wouldn't let me do last
right.
turn.
Okay, so
he takes the activation order off.
It's the order token.
The order token. Not order token. It's the activation token, isn't it?
Give me the card. Give me the piece of paper.
Order. What's an order? The order's the little horn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's not that, is it?
No,
Damn it,
it's
Janet.
not that. Hang on.
Damn it, Janet. Well, that's nowhere near as good. He's not even given an order
Yeah,
yet.
that would be amazing. Barry, if you're saying that he gives 2 extra activations out,
Well, that would
that's
be good,
amazing.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be good. So we can. What can he do? What can you do, Rob? Start of 1 friendly unit can make a 3-inch shift. Can't shift in
Can't shift
combat.
in combat.
Well, that's not working. Can't retreat. So it looks like I've got 2 actions that aren't going to do very much, and then that's your turn, I think. What have we got on here? What about manoeuvre? It can't manoeuvre in combat. You can only retreat. You must be able to get out of combat with something.
Yeah, it's retreating.
Retreat. Okay. Okay. Right. I was just doing 2 shitty attacks, unfortunately.
Who's this? Who's
So these guys, they haven't attacked yet, because that was the first attack they did was from the.
Meshawage.
So they get 6, but it's hitting on 4s with no reroll.
3.
3 at -2.
Those are 5. Boop, 3 die. Shuffle knight. They take a morale check. Morale's going to be -2, and +1 to morale is on a 7. I think they are going to pass the test.
Okay.
And they will heal a wound.
So now they've got 6 wounds left.
5.
5. Okay. Okay. So that's I've got 1 activation left. Orders.
Order.
I don't know why I keep looking at this card. It's not even.
It's not, yeah, why are you doing it? It means nothing to you. Okay, so my cavalry units can't go anywhere, can they? They will strike your. They'll strike your these guys. Instead. So.
Do you turn around or anything?
I don't actually do. Well, I don't think I can do because I'm engaged. I guess I just do I have to fight to the front?
I don't
I don't
would
know.
have thought so.
Yeah, okay, I'll fight. It doesn't matter. They're not expecting much. I'll fight to the front. So I hit on 3s. I've got 4 hits. Do you want me to re-roll that?
Yeah, might as well use it while you've got it.
1 save, -1.
So no
You
panic.
take a panic test, but you pass it.
Okay, good.
for me. Oh, so you take it and pass if that
Yes.
gives you a bonus?
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. I don't have a bonus. So they have got to fight a stupid man at the front, but who's at least weak, he's at least vulnerable or something, I think. So 6 on 3s. And we cavalry lance are not going to do anything because we're not charging. Okay.
Ooh.
5.
So 2 plus.
Well, re-rolling, obviously.
Do you want me to re-roll?
Yes, let's go. I was trying to sum in. He'd be dead potentially. No.
Morale. My morale is 4, goes to 3 because of that. Pass.
Okay, that's me done. So you just finish up your turn.
So he will do the manoeuvre on them. So they're receiving each time they use perform an action, so they're getting a manoeuvre action. So straight away, because I control the crowns, they'll do Lannister Justice. Those guys can take a check at -2, -3.
So -1.
Fine. So they make a free manoeuvre, which is to pivot, move, pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's his activation. Then these will activate. So they've got Lannister Justice. They'll give them a morale check at -2.
So
-3.
so -1.
Is that a fail?
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
It's 3.
so you take an extra 2 casualties.
So that's 5.
And I will play Fealty to the Crown. So one friendly unit in long range wounds restores up to wounds. If I control the crown up to 4, you took 5 casualties, so I take 4 guys back. They come over to my side.
Nice. So 5 wounds, so that's 2 wounds on here. And a dead guy. Oh dear. And you're going to charge
I'm
them?
going to charge. They get in. They don't disorder. Like that. And they 7 dice. I play the Kingslayer's Prowess. When he's performing a melee attack, before rolling his attack dice, I get to roll the highest value, which I'm doing anyway. But also, the defender becomes vulnerable. So put a vulnerable token on them.
Yeah, I'm just going to use it now because they're going to be dead.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. Hitting on freeze. I charged 7 saves -1.
Okay. Re-rolls, obviously.
Yeah.
I've only got 5 wounds, so I'm not expecting to.
Reroll the passes.
You said dead?
Point for me. And I can surge forthwith, which is a D6 manoeuvre action.
So
2-inch manoeuvre action. So they will.
So you're not going to think this is important, but I'm telling you this is important. What happens when you concede in a game?
Well, I must get the full score.
Do you get the full score?
Well, it should be, which will be 10.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure there's nothing left to do in this game, seeing that I've achieved nothing. Scored no points, and I have 2 units tied in combat that are getting chewed up. So, yeah. Okay, we can play another turn out, but I can't. Well, if you want, but I can't. No, I'm just asking you what happens. Because in a tournament,
I'm sure in tournament play, I'd have to get the full score.
Well, I'm just asking because in tournament play, I'd probably, unless there was a reason.
So I score 1 for that as well.
Unless there was a reason that a less worse loss is better.
So you've got to finish the turn. So at the end of the turn, I score that, and if I've scored that, when you score the joke, one friendly may shift 3 inches. Nobody's going to shift because they're in. Oh, no, they could shift 3 inches.
They can't shift, they're in combat. I
No,
haven't been
they're
able to
right.
shift.
These guys.
Yeah, well,
They're not-
they're not
who
combat
they
anymore.
combat?
Yeah, they killed it. They could shift.
They will shift to there. So it goes to 3. You scored nothing because
It
you're.
would have been better to shift those so you could have
I
charged
can't
another
shift.
unit.
I can't shift. They're in
Because they're in
combat.
combat. Yeah, they're in combat.
That's Kingslayer's Prowess played. Still got my Lannister play as debts. So it goes to my turn. Sorry, it goes to turn 4. You go to there. I go to here. I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to draw another 3 cards.
I'm not even worried about cards. There's so little left on the board to do anything with. So
You've got first activation.
I can't use that, so I'm going to get rid of that because I'm on combat. And then complete melee attack. So I jump on this fella, make this guy vulnerable, and attack him with those.
Vulnerable.
And that's about the best they can do. I could at least kill the mountain. That would be a tiny. Because as soon as he jumps on here, you've got to heal the mountain. And then I won't even get to kill the mountain. It is only 4 hits.
4. Saves a 2+. That's a wound. Do you want me to?
Yes. You need 2 more. He could have been dead. Oh, he's alive. Gordon's alive.
Morale 3 because of the pass.
Damn it. Didn't even kill the mountain. Killed nothing.
Me. Start of a turn. Lannister pays his debts. That will go on these guys. So, but you have to kill something of mine.
For it to activate?
Yeah,
It's
for it
not
to
even
activate.
activating yet.
No, it's like it's just, you have to kill something.
Okay. Right.
Tyrion will take the money bags and heal 3 wounds off.
Mountain. Who should be dead from Paul cancelling game mechanics earlier in the game. I did 5 wounds on him.
So the question to ask.
Okay, I've got 2 more active. No, that was a free attack. It's not worth putting another one.
You should put a banner like I do on the NCU, then you know.
Well, he's in.
No, but like on his card. Here, look. You see, I know it's activated.
But I know he's activated because he's not at home.
You can,
But look, he's not here. He's
You're
there.
confusing yourself, Barry.
I'm not.
You're confusing yourself all the time.
These
It
things.
doesn't help if you don't even have the right rules
These
in front
things.
of you.
I ain't worried about these things. So I will attack with this guy, and then I will just attack with that guy and take my lumps. So I'll do the Stark bonus. Are they 6 dice? 7 or 5. 5 dice. No rerolls. 6s count. So it's 3.
3 saves. Hang on, who's this?
Here.
Right. 3 saves, 3
Where the
plus.
marker is.
2 wounds. Take a morale. My morale is 7 to 6 to 5. Pass. Then order Lannister supremacy. Take a check at -3. But then +1. Yeah, so you pass that.
But I lose another man.
Oh yeah, because of.
For me. Right, you've got yours.
It's really hard to get the morale, isn't it?
You just got to kill the Tully Knights.
Cersei will take the crown, and she will play bribery. When a friendly NCU claims a zone, replace that zone with target one enemy combat unit and attach the bribery card to them until they pass a morale test or are targeted by the bags. They attack with the lowest value.
Okay, right.
Your activation.
Okay, they will attack with the lowest value. Against the mountain, who's got no damage on it. I think this is possibly the most futile of attacks in the history of attacks.
Well, you shouldn't take bribes, should you?
Oh, they shouldn't take that. So I hit with 4.
4.
You know, he's not vulnerable anymore.
So.
Okay.
I pass the morale test.
Yeah. So you can play at the end of this turn.
Well, you got Arya.
Okay. Well, she ain't going to be able to do. All she can do is claim this.
So you get a retreat.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's just postponing the inevitable, sir. So just finish your turn.
We'll do the mountain. He will do a melee attack. Take 2 casualties. 2 wounds. And take a morale check at -1 for him.
Okay. These guys are going good. Tully Cav. Yeah. Fine.
Like a brave men. Your activation.
I'm going in.
You've got Arya.
She's going home.
You can choose not to activate her, but that is.
She'll just draw some tactic cards.
Yes.
That'll do. I haven't got any condition tokens. That's it. Yours.
My cavalry takes a swing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 attacks just from them. Hitting on the 3s. 3 saves -1 on the
Okay, so that's
attacks.
4 up.
1.
So they're on and then the test. Well, they've
Oh, is that
possibly
fail?
failed that. Yeah.
Hang on.
So
Hear me roar. No, fealty to the crown again. So how many wounds do you take from the?
So that's a dead man. 3 wounds at the moment.
No, from taking the failing morale test, you took 3 wounds.
It is, yeah.
So I get to restore 3 wounds. Crown's up to 4 wounds, and I will stick that on the knights. So 1, them, and a full knight.
Play on and thank you very much until they pass. Oh, that goes.
You
I failed, didn't I?
you know you need to pass the morale test.
Until they pass, right? Okay. Right. Who's next?
It was them to activate. these guys will just march to hold that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they activated, so you can do a morale check at -3.
So that's -1. Pass. -1.
Passed.
Yeah, roll a 12. You can't really fail that, can you? So you've still got 2.
These guys are scoring, so they activate and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot some rabbits, and then these guys activate and they'll do a melee attack.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 4s, I get 3 hits, 3 saves.
Another 3.
Oh! Take a morale chest and I'll hear me roar at you. So take an additional -1. Awesome. And they've activated. So at the end of the turn I scored 2, 3.
Right. Very good. So I never got out of the middle, really. I never really got to do any of the objectives because I couldn't find my way to anywhere.
So it goes into turn 5. Are you calling it there?
Yes.
Yes, right, go. Turn the camera off. Well, I don't know, red cap up. That worked really well with it, because when I had the crowns, they were bashing out attacks with Lannister supremacy. And because of that manoeuvre, I got to do 2 of them in one go. That was really cool. That's where red cloaks are strong.
That was easy.
But they're not an out and out. They're not like a stag knight frontline unit that takes anything. But that was where they came off well, is they have actually ranged. They've Lannister justice as long as I control the crown.
I mean, Rob, he can go home and try and rebuild. It takes the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. He never lost a battle, did he?
Well, he never lost a battle today.
Yeah.
That's going to be my tactic. He'll never lose a battle.
So the rules.
Unless he's playing against somebody that
The
kills
rules
him.
question we have to question is, what was it there? Was on him?
Oh
Yes, yeah. Is when you hit someone in the flank, is that an ability? Yeah. Is it switched off by? Yeah. Okay, that's the question.
Our game mechanic switched off.
Well, no. Like, is it counted as an ability? Do you gain the ability of?
The ability to walk. I mean, you could have said I lose the ability to walk, swing a sword, shoot a bow.
I mean, I think I'm right, but I'll have to look it up. Yeah, it's like.
As somebody that dabbles in making games, I would. That's not a particularly sensible idea that an ability shuts off the whole game mechanic. It might shut off a keyword.
Yeah.
So it might say I can't get ambush or lance or swift retreat or whatever. But
I need to look at. I'm going to look that up now.
Yes. Well,
But if I'm wrong, I apologise.
I don't think you were in any doubt of losing the game anyway. I think my army list is not exactly, especially now this fella doesn't do what I thought he did. He might be having to take an early pass.
Well, you still got to stop reading the wrong rules.
Well, that would help.
I mean, what were you trying to do? What's your army list trying to do?
Combat, sir. That's what we did.
It's combat, is it? Right.
Yeah. What else does Starks do apart from fight?
Okay.
So yeah. So unfortunately, the meat grinder was too meaty. I think exposing my archers too early was a mistake.
I mean,
and then dying from shooting, I've never had that before.
Right.
I shoot you and I die.
Yeah. Well, you should. That's Lannister supremacy. Yeah. That's because you fired at me, and you're like, "Oh my god, I did nothing," and then Lannister was like, "Just go away."
He killed 4 of them, and then I died. Well, all right, okay. What else?
Shut.